You take your first life at 19 in a parking garage in Sinaloa for 8,000 pesos, about $450. You remember the number exactly. It's the first time math and death share the same sentence in your head. The man is a mid-level accountant who skimmed from the wrong ledger. You don't know his name. You don't know what he took. You just know the address, the time window, and that he drives a silver Nissan Sentra. You wait in the stairwell for 40 minutes. He walks past you carrying groceries. A carton of eggs sits on top of the bag. For some reason, you focus on the eggs. On how he expected to go home, cook dinner, eat, watch television, sleep, wake up tomorrow. You pull the trigger. The eggs hit the concrete the same second he does. That's your origin story. No betrayal, no revenge arc. Just a broke kid from a colonia with steady hands and a phone number passed down by a cousin who knew a guy who knew a guy. You kill because you're good at it. And because the market pays for reliability. It's not passion, it's payroll. By 26, you've completed 41 contracts. You don't keep a journal. No notches. You track the number in your head the way a salesman tracks quarterly closes. 41. Each job clean, professional, untraceable. You've never met your employer face to face. Contracts arrive through intermediaries. Payments through dead drops. You are a ghost who invoices. They call you El Reloj, the clock. Because your timing is mechanical. Your work always on schedule. You have rules. No children. No family members. No hospitals. No churches. Not moral rules. Operational ones. Children create outrage. Family creates vendettas. Hospitals and churches create jurisdictional headaches. Morality is expensive. Risk management is practical. You also have a son. Daniel, 6 years old, living with his mother in Querétaro, 300 kilometers from your operational zone. His mother thinks you work in logistics. Which is technically true, if you stretch the definition to include permanently relocating people from living to deceased. You send money every month. Visit when you can. Daniel has your eyes. His mother's laugh. He calls you Papa with a joy so pure it physically hurts. Because the hands lifting him are the same hands that ended 41 futures. You tell yourself the money is clean by the time it reaches him. That mathematics launders blood. You know it's a lie. But fatherhood runs on lies the way engines run on fuel. Without them, nothing moves. Contract 42 ends you. The target is a federal witness in a Guadalajara safe house. Security is tight. Your intel is better. Entry is clean. Shot is clean. Exit isn't. An unbriefed security team arrives mid-extraction. 4-minute chase. You're boxed in on a highway overpass. They don't shoot. Alive means interrogation. Alive means leverage. Alive means 41 names under fluorescent lights in a basement where human rights bend. But you give them nothing. Not bravery. Professionalism. Information is the only currency that survives arrest. You give silence. They give you 30 years in Puente Grande federal prison. The judge calls you a menace. Your lawyer calls it fair. You call it early retirement with terrible benefits. Puente Grande runs on one principle. The walls keep inmates in and the Constitution out. The warden, Coronel Marcos Herrera, isn't military. Just a bureaucrat who keeps reports clean and incidents quiet. He smiles at funerals. He has never been surprised by cruelty. Third week inside, he calls you to his office. Mahogany desk, calm tone. He knows what you are. He has use for it. There are problems the administrative system can't solve officially. Inmates destabilizing operations. Witnesses tied to people he protects financially. He offers comfort for compliance. Private cell, real food, phone privileges, conjugal visits, gym access. In exchange, you solve problems quietly. Same job, smaller office. Over 3 years, you complete 7 contracts inside the walls. No guns now, just timing and creativity. A diabetic misses insulin adjustments. A gang leader with a peanut allergy eats contaminated commissary food. A witness falls during a camera malfunction. Every death has a cause. None have your name. Herrera never acknowledges it directly. Your privileges simply expand. Performance bonuses paid in comfort instead of cash. Year 4. He slides a folder across the desk. New transfer. Priority. A young drug runner arrested at the border. If he testifies, a protected network collapses. So does Herrera's side income. Make it natural, Herrera says. He leaves. You open the folder. Booking photo. Gray background. Placard number. 20 years old. Your eyes. His mother's jaw. The last time you saw that face, it was 8 years old on a swing in Querétaro. Daniel. After your arrest, the money stopped. His mother worked double shifts. It wasn't enough. Daniel dropped out at 15. Started running packages at 16. Arrested at 19. A mule. Disposable. Worth less than the product strapped to his chest. The pipeline you worked fed him into the same system. Your career is a circle. You started by killing a stranger for $450. Now your son sits on the same ledger. You don't sleep that week. You remember the park, the swing, the eggs in the garage. You wonder if the accountant had a son too. Daniel arrives Monday. You see him through chain link during yard transfer. Thinner, harder. He doesn't see you. Herrera's terms were clear. Handle it, or your file goes to general population. Being the warden's hitman inside prison is a death sentence. 3 days you study Daniel's schedule. He keeps a photograph in his pocket. You already know which one. On the 7th day, you request infirmary access. This time, you prepare for 2. Evening count. Empty corridors. He's on his bunk, staring at the photograph. You step inside. He looks up, doesn't recognize you at first. Then something ancient shifts behind his eyes. Papa. The word hits harder than any gunshot ever did. You sit beside him. No explanations. Language isn't built for this. You put your arm around him. He leans in the way children lean into protection. You close your eyes. 2 pulses. Father and son. And then you do the only thing you were ever trained to do. 2 sounds. 1 silence. The guard finds you in the morning. The park photograph on the floor between you. 2 men who never escape the math. Finally still. Finally together. The story is fiction, but somewhere right now, a child is growing up funded by money they'll never understand. Sent by a parent who can't explain where it comes from. If this one hit different, drop a comment and tell me which moment broke you. More stories coming. Hit subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.